Hi everybody, I'm Tawney.
And I'm Lucy.
We're here with Peep Show Toys today to talk about something, where Lucy will be talking about something very important. And that is, and this is about charting your own path. So how your sexual experience and relationships when you were younger have kind of built you up to, where you're at right now with sex and relationships, because I think that that's kind of where it starts. I mean, that's really where everything is kind of
you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And for a lot of us, like, that young experimental age can be very defining. Yeah,
I will say that I had a lot of very bad sex as a young person, and because of that, I was able to be like, wow, this sucks, and then just really allow myself to explore and not have that anymore, which is really wonderful.
Yeah. About how long would you say that you had bad sex for before you were like, wait, before you kind of got the confidence?
Oh, probably until I was 20.
Yeah.
When
did you start having sex?
I started having sex when I was 16.
Okay.
So I lost my virginity when I was about 16 years old.
Yeah, so you had...
So that was later. I was one of the last people in my friend group for sure, as a young person.
And you definitely handled that bad sex for too long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Lucy, what does charting your own path kind of mean to you as far as, those experiences and growth?
Well, just the name charting your own path is taking control.
Yeah.
And just really looking at your experiences and how they affect you and what you can do to better them as you get older.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. So, also, how did your kind of community, your friends, your parents, your relationships, how did they contribute to, you charting your path into sex for you?
Well, I would say school really didn't do anything for me. Even the state that I live in, the sex education in schools are very poor.
Yeah.
I would say that as a young person, I mean, in your teens, like, your friends, it really depends on your friend group. For me, my friends really didn't help with sexual exploration and things like that. I had to figure that out on my own eventually, and later on, like in my 20s, now I have friends that are just like wonderful, and it really helps now.
Yeah.
But back when I was a teen, I didn't have the support that I have now.
Yeah.
My mom was really wonderful when it came to...
Really open?
Yeah, really awesome about it. Like, let's get you on birth control, let's get you some condoms, like, we can talk about it, it's fine. But I just had my mom for that.
Yeah.
So really, that's how it was with school and friends. Really, I just had my mom to kind of steer me in the right direction, which is nice.
Yeah,
At least I had someone.
Someone to help with that a little, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you give a few examples as to how either relationships or, your parents or these people that have kind of helped with charting your own path, some examples as to how they did, like whether it was a sex talk or...
So just being supportive. Being supportive for me as I go through this journey of life and inevitably have an array of sexual experiences.
Yeah.
Because that's really what everybody needs, is just a little support, because you're going to have bad sex, you're going to have good sex, and you're going to want to take control of those things.
Absolutely.
And so really you just need support, and other people sharing their experiences with you really helps a lot.
I was going to say, do you ever remember a point where you had friends that were like telling you also that they were having like bad sex, and you're like, no, we can't stand for this.
I feel like every kind of girl group does, and they talk about it.
And they're kind of like, oh god, it's bad, or he did this, or they did this, and kind of changing it. Absolutely. I even distinctly remember kind of when I was younger, something that like charted my own path, really just sitting down and talking to my mom about getting a sex toy.
Oh.
When I was younger, that like is a distinct memory to me about something that like, and her comfortability talking about it like really helped kind of chart my own path. Like, do you have any relationships with lovers where you had a situation that you kind of remember being like, nope, this is not going to happen again sexually for you?
I was so shy about sex at first. I remember I was even nervous to even buy lube.
Yeah.
I was very shy in that sense when I was younger. And I even at one point had a partner who just didn't understand why I was so shy, and it took really me breaking out of my comfort zone to really figure it out.
Kind of embrace that it's fine, it's healthy, it's not taboo, or and
I kind of had to tell myself that, because even like you're talking about you like and your mom talking about sex toys. Me and my mom never talked about sex toys. One time I found one of her dildos and it was just like, oh my gosh,
there was such a shock.
And then like it's done. There was like no conversation about it at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a good memory to like, of helping chart. Exactly. Yeah. I like it. What can you describe kind of how some of the early romantic and sexual relationships you've had, how they've kind of changed the way you view sex as an adult?
Oh yeah, in one way, like when I was younger, I thought that the guy had to come. Yeah. And that was sex. And like it didn't, and like I really did for a while think that like the female orgasm was like so complex and like I can only do it to myself. Yeah. And I did think that sex like for a long time was just like penetration. Like it took me a lot of charting my own path and exploration to be like, sex is like any sexual act. Like nobody has to come. Right. Like you can do whatever you want. Foreplay. You can, you can really define what sex is for you, and that can be a totally, completely unique experience. But when I was younger, based on the relationships that I did have, I really did think it was one way. And a lot of young people feel that way. I feel like especially in the generation I grew up in, there's a lot right now of like this like sexual revolution kind of happening, which is amazing, and I'm so thankful for it. And I'm thankful for all the teenagers now where there's like Teen Vogue, and it's like they post a lot of stuff that is just like so sex positive.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
And there just wasn't a lot of access, I feel like, to a lot of sex positivity. And I grew up, and I feel like your generation too, like a lot of shame around that. And
it's taboo.
Yeah, and until you learn to chart your own path and really start moving in that direction, you can stay very stagnant because of those beliefs.
No, that's totally true. Yeah, 100%.
And so that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Oh, I love that. So, other than kind of, I feel like what you just explained sort of falls into this, but are there any things from your youth that you've had to unlearn?
Pretty much that. Yeah, that's like all of that.
It's just that like it's okay to not come. Like there's
I'm
still
learning every day too. Like everybody learns all the time. There's always more that you can learn about. Like I learned a lot compared to my younger relationships, like about consent. Yes. Like that is something like serious talks about consent, I feel like weren't always commonly had. Like until I'd gotten older, I didn't have like a serious conversation like about consent.
There was no conversation. It's just like go.
And now that's like first thing. You know what I mean? And so like that's another part of the unlearning process. I feel like that you learn as you get older and chart your way through.
So thank you so much, Lucy. Again, I'm Tawney, and this is Lucy. And we're here with Peep Show Toys just talking about, of course, charting your own path. And I really hope that you're able to chart yours, because it can be quite a process, quite a learning experience. Yeah. So thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.